Am I the ochre for finally supporting my husband's ultimatum to his late wife's parents after they've repeatedly excluded my son? I am not oop. Oop is you stunning key factor 871, originally posted to RA8HIETH for finally supporting my husband's ultimatum to his late wife's parents after they've repeatedly excluded my son. Thanks to you, So Hater, for suggesting this Baru trigger warnings, manipulation 2026. I 35-year-old Palv, clown. My current husband, a 32-year-old male, lost his first wife 4 years ago and has a 7-year-old son. We've built a beautiful family of 4. My husband treats both boys exactly the same. I do the same with my stepson, and the boys love each other like real brothers. We're genuinely happy despite everything. The problem is my husband's ex-in-laws, his late wife's parents. They constantly badmouth me and paint me as the evil stepmos. Feeding, agreed, nicleed, flayed, that fight, For example, after my stepson had a minor injury, they said things like, "Stepmoms can never be real. Why would she even care about him?" So accuse me of manipulating my stepson and try to turn everyone against me. Every time they visit, they completely ignore my son. No greetings, no conversation. They bring gifts, toys, chocolates, and sweets only for their biological grandson. When my kind-hearted stepson immediately shares everything with my son, as he always does, they get visibly annoyed, say they think that's for you only, I'd even try to pull him away. My husband has been solid and always says other people's opinions don't matter. He wanted to set a strong boundary earlier by announcing on my stepson's birthday, "If you are family, then you are family to both kids. If that's not possible, you are not family and not invited." I stopped him because I thought a nice talk would work. I've been holding my husband back from taking any harsh steps in wars to respect his exiles, as they lost the Shimwat. On my stepson's birthday last year, his side of the family showed up with gifts and love. On my son's birthday, almost no one came, and the few who did showed up empty-handed. Gifts aren't important to us as adults, but to a child, it feels like rejection and being left out. My son was sad and has started asking me painful questions because of this exclusion, like why they don't like him or what he did wrong, which breaks my heart. I have zero family on my side, so he doesn't have that extend word. His bakis, I'd even be happy to buy gifts myself that they could give him if that makes it easier. I just don't want him to feel left out again. Recently, after they left, my son refused to eat the chocolates or play with the shared toys. He quietly kept everything in his pockets and returned it all to me. That broke me. I'm completely fine with them loving their biological grandson more. That's natural. But the open hostility, exclusion of my son, and constant car paint deaths. He is now taking strict action and has given an ultimatum to his side of the family. Either they are family to both kids or family to none. AITAH for supporting this hard line now after previously trying to keep the peace? Or should I still be trying to keep the peace? Or should I still be trying to make nice for the sake of family and my husband's late wife's memory? I just want my son to feel included and loved on his birthday instead of rejected again. Relevant top commenter 1. I kind of understand why the late wife's parents are more interested in their biological grandson, but doesn't your son have 2 sets of grandparents as well? Oop. Unfortunately not, my parents passed away, and I don't have any contact with my husband's family. Commenter 2, NTA. Your husband is stepping up. The trick is going to be managing the relationship with the boys so that there is no resentment. If you're NCLC with the family for a while, that will be fine. On a separate note, Hoot's kid's birthday. Commenter 3, your husband absolutely is doing the right thing. It's great to hear how your nuclear family is navigating life together. Time to limit exposure to the boy's maternal grandparents before they start planting seeds in the boy's brain. Shame on them. Commenter 4, your husband knows the people involved. They're for him to deal with, and you should not be interfering. Especially since it's a good solid boundary he's drawing. Stop trying to please everyone. They clearly don't accept it. You may as well be real and support your husband and your position in the family. Update July 2nd, 2026, 9 days later. Update 1. AITAH for finally supporting my husband's ultimatum to his late wife's parents after they've repeatedly excluded my son. My husband's parents came over for dinner. After dinner, they started a conversation about the ultimatum my husband had given them earlier. He had finally sat them down and asked why they blindly believe everything his ex-in-laws say about me. They responded that they've seen everything with their own eyes and listed their expitement. They hembadati, harkat, saying she died or she is dead instead of using softer words. That I'm careless, especially after their grandson had a small injury. That I'm trying to erase his mother's memory. They also accused me of manipulating my husband about the cat. My stepson wanted a cat, but my husband said no because he felt it would be cruel to bring a pet home when we can't give it proper care and attention. His parents tried to convince him to get one anyway. I didn't even know there was any argument between him and him at Cove. This I only know Honinid hack. Now they're claiming I manipulated him into refusing. My husband defended me and explained, our therapist specifically recommended we be direct and straightforward about his mother's death, so my stepson can learn the permanence of death at his age. That's why I use clear wording, not just about his mom, but even when referring to my own late relative. When he, my hubby, was a child, he got injured often, including breaking his arm once. But that didn't mean his mother was careless. He asked them, do you think I'm stupid or blind? If my wife was actually doing something wrong, don't you think I would notice? The conversation turned into a big argument, especially over the cat issue. Relevant, top comments, OOP clarifies on who badmouthed her to the extended family members. Oop, my hubby's ex-in-laws badmouthed me to all the relatives from hubby's side, including my hubby's parents, so the ultimatum my hubby gave was for all, and my hubby's parents came to talk about it. And this happened, downvoted commenter. You still haven't told us when you met your... Were you his side piece as his wife was dying? Oop, no, I wasn't his side piece. I met him 2.5 years ago. Commenter 1. How much of the ex-in-laws' dislike of you is because you are complaining about them not treating your child like a grandchild? Frankly, I think you are in awe for expecting that they owe something to a child with whom they have zero relationship. Your husband's parents should be treating him like a grandson because he is their son's stepchild. Your kid is nothing to your stepchild's at Wand. Your kid child all had they lost their daughter at a young age and now her replacement has decided they owe her kid a relationship? Puffed. If you have your way, then your stepkid not only has a dead mom but no grandparents. Meanwhile, your child probably has at least some grandparents between your parents and his father's. Oop. I agree that hubby's ex-in-laws will probably never treat both boys the same, but it wouldn't hurt them to be nice to my son. Telling my step not to share his toys and stuff with him is totally unacceptable. My hubbabe of Tiger Abkates, the Mrich Crack. Commenter 2. Glad your husband is backing you up appropriately. You deserve that. The thing is, even if your ILs were right and you were some kind of fairy tale villain, why would they punish a child for that? They hate you, so they hurt an innocent kid, and they think they're in the right? That tells you all you need to know, emo. Do not comment in linked posts or messes. Work for parse rev. This a repost bullseye. Yuk, I'm in mo core prites.